We are going to have a beautiful Thursday. It'll be nice and sunny with warm temperatures in the afternoon, making it into the mid 70s. Then as we go into Friday and the weekend, we will have some changes to the forecast. All those details coming up.
And the community is not happy about it. We'll have reaction. Also ahead, a chance for students to learn about STEM, hands-on experience at a special event.
And new features on the way to Augusta Regional to make it easier for passengers. Details as your news at 10 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 10 on ATV.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jenny Montgomery.
I'm Brad Means. Thanks for joining us as coverage you can count on.
It's time now for our first check of the forecast.
And for that, we want to check in with meteorologist Jenna Petracci.
Well, it's a pleasant night. It is chilly, but not as cold as it was over the past couple of days. The temperatures are definitely nice and warm this afternoon in the 70s. And you're taking a live look now at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam in Swainsboro. Skies are clear. We had no rain today. High of 74, so a couple degrees above average. Low was still very cold, though, this morning at 34, just a couple degrees above freezing. But it will be a completely different situation tonight. Notice temperatures are much warmer than they were 24 hours ago. 13 degrees warmer in Augusta. And right now, those temperatures are still in the upper 50s to low 60s. It's sitting at 59 in Allendale, 56 in Thompson, 60 in Millen, and 62 in Sylvania, 61 in Sparta, 63 now in Waynesboro. The winds are coming in from the southwest, a little bit breezy, making it feel a little bit cooler than the actual temperature. 8 miles per hour currently in Aiken, 6 in Edgefield and Augusta, 5 in Waynesboro. As we take a look at satellite and radar, we do have a cold front approaching. That's the reason for those breezy winds ahead of it. Notice no rain associated with this front, though. So this will be a dry front moving in. All it will do is shift our wind direction by tomorrow morning to the northwest. So winds will be only up to around 3 miles per hour, but bringing in a little bit of cooler air, dropping our temperatures in the mid to upper 40s. Now, it will be another warm afternoon tomorrow, though. Spring-like temperatures, nice and sunny throughout the day. Then as we go into Friday, the clouds will be taking over with a pretty high chance of rain both Friday and Saturday. And at that point, the temperatures will cool down just a tad. I'll have more details on that coming up shortly, but back to you.
A Columbia County school nurse is accused of stealing medication. Ashley Stalkup was the nurse at Brookwood Elementary School, charged Tuesday with stealing Adderall for her personal use. It had been prescribed to a student. A spokesperson for the school district says Stalkup admitted to taking the medicine. She has been fired.
Augusta Regional Airport is presenting a new plan to improve the overall experience for people who fly in and out of the Garden City. Rhea Smith has the details.
The airport is almost fully recovered from the pandemic. Passengers are back and things are growing, and the airport is trying to get ahead of that growth through this terminal planning process.
The plan was unveiled at an open house Wednesday morning. Its goal is to develop short and long-term plans to accommodate current needs and anticipated growth.
None of the improvements have been designed yet. They've just been planned, and this is an opportunity for the public to comment on what those plans might look like.
It all began in fall of 2022 when Augusta Regional received millions of dollars in a federal fund grant.
The bipartisan infrastructure, we were able to get the grant funding for those bridges, so we're very happy to be able to get those.
Those new jet bridges being one of the airport's biggest and latest improvements.
Rehabilitation of gates 3 and 4. So what that means to the passengers and what they'll see is a larger footprint in our gate area, and the most exciting part, 2 additional jet bridges. So there should be no more ground boarding at Augusta when you're flying through.
Airport staff say the best review is satisfied passenger experience.
We're continuing to always have a project. Right now, I think we have 5 or 6 in the works right now. And as you can see behind me, we have big plans for our airport. We want it to be the main airport of choice in our community. We don't want people to think about going to Atlanta or Columbia or Charlotte when we have all the amenities and the flights that they want here in Augusta.
If you missed the open house but you'd like to submit your thoughts, we have a link for you to do that on our website, WJBF.com.
Public art is about to make a big return to Augusta, filing a lawsuit against the ACC.
What that could mean for their future in the conference when your news at 10 continues.
And tomorrow will be similar to how the weather was today. Sunny skies and warm, high of 75. Back down into the 60s, though, on Friday with clouds taking over and a high chance of rain. I'll have a look at the futurecast right after this break.
All right, folks.
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Well, we sure have had some up and down temperatures over the past week, especially with those lows. We've had some mornings in the mid-30s, just like yesterday, down to 35, but then we've also had some highs in the 80s. Last Thursday, we were at 83 degrees. Now we're back to those warmer temperatures, at least for now. It's going to be a nice warm Thursday. But right now, as we take a live look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam in Swainsboro, it's clear. Temperatures still on the mild side, sitting at 60 degrees. Wind coming in from the southwest at 6 miles per hour. Dew points are in the low 40s. Around the CSRA, anywhere from those upper 50s to low 60s. 61 in Sparta, 62 in Lincolnton, 61 in Aiken and Edgefield, 62 as well in Sylvania. So pretty consistent around the area. High pressure to our south and a backdoor cold front to our north. This is not going to bring us any rain or really even any cloud cover. It's only going to shift our wind direction for tomorrow. So by tomorrow morning, winds coming in from the northwest, then eventually from the east. A little bit breezy at times. Temperatures warming up quickly from the 40s in the morning all the way into the mid-70s. High of 75 for your Thursday. Dropping by around 10 degrees on Friday. Those 60s continuing into Monday. And then eventually next week, we'll be back into the low 70s. Now, we do have some rain in the forecast, not from this particular front. You can see that slides right down to our south. And then most of our Thursday will be sunny. But then as we go into Thursday evening, we'll see some clouds build in from the west ahead of this next low pressure system. This will bring us some rain starting on Friday morning. So if you're headed out the door around 8 a.m., there will be widespread light showers. Most of that heavy rain to our west still. But then by the afternoon and evening, as the warm front lifts north, we will have some chances of heavier downpours and some thunderstorms. So that warm front will warm some of us into the upper 60s, but some of our northern counties will only top off in the low 60s for Friday. Jumping ahead to Saturday, we have the Aiken Steeplechase gates open at 8 a.m., and I am expecting the morning to be dry. We'll have rounds of rain, but then notice as we go throughout the day, we will have around a 50% chance of rain. Still dry by noon. Breezy though, those wind gusts up to 25 miles per hour. And then later on Saturday, until the gates close at 6 p.m., there will be some light showers around likely. And then by late Saturday night, we'll start to dry out again. The rainfall totals from this really not too high, at the most around 1.5 inches. So this will mostly just be a steady light rainfall throughout the day, mostly on Friday. And there is an excessive risk of, or a marginal risk of excessive rainfall for Friday. Lowest threat here on our flooding scale, but can't rule out the possibility of some isolated flooding. So a 60% chance of rain for Saturday. If you wanted to make some outdoor plans, I would definitely suggest Sunday. You don't have to worry about any rain at all. Temperatures staying consistent. We'll be back to sunshine. Now the winds are going to increase starting on Friday. Wind gusts up to around 25 miles per hour. And it will stay breezy into Sunday as well. Our lows tonight will be in the low to mid 40s, and for tomorrow we'll top off in the low to mid 70s, similar to today. And that 10-day forecast showing the 60s back Friday through Monday. Our low temperatures will rise into the 50s into the weekend. Those chances of rain are just for Friday and Saturday. Will dry out through next Monday, and then more chances of rain in the middle of next week.
All right, Jenna, thanks. Clemson University filing a lawsuit against the Atlantic Coast Conference. It could lead to the school moving to another conference. The lawsuit challenges the ACC's ownership of each member school's media rights through 2036. Clemson is also asking for clarification on voiding the cost of leaving the conference, calling the current penalty unconscionable and unenforceable. Some Clemson fans say they're ready to leave the ACC.
I think that they have every right to get out of the ACC. I think it's all about money now. I think the big conferences, the SEC and the Big Ten, they're getting paid so much more that if you want to compete and be able to recruit, then the boys and the girls are going to want to go to the bigger conferences.
In a statement, the ACC says it is confident the agreements about rights are going to be affirmed by the courts.
Still ahead, the clock is ticking for lawmakers to keep the government running.
And what they're doing to avoid a shutdown on Friday as your news continues.
Welcome to the new year at Blissful
Chicanons Georgia, your go-to destination for all your shopping desires. Step into 2024 with style as our fresh collection of fashion apparel, home decor, and gifts await you. From trendy fashion statements to delightful home additions, we've got something for everyone. Discover the joy of a personalized shopping experience at Blissful Boutique, making your New Year shopping truly special. Visit us in person or online to start your blissful experience today. Come see what's waiting behind the pink door for you at Blissful Boutique. Welcome to the
Optimistic here, essentially already signaling to his members to be prepared to stay through the weekend. In Washington, I'm Jesse Schnorr.
Coming up, the Braves announced their opening day starter.
And we check in with the South Carolina Gamecocks in Pittsburgh as they get ready for March Madness.
How do you beat Theo in one click with WJBF Plus? Get it all at WJBF.com. Westside High School boys basketball, state champions for the third straight year. Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
Come Thursday night, the South Carolina men's basketball team will either still be wearing their dancing shoes or be out of the NCAA tournament entirely. Gamecocks had a shoot-around in Pittsburgh as they prepare to take on Oregon at 4 p.m. on Thursday. The Gamecocks are seeded 6th in the Midwest Regional and are playing in March Madness for the first time since the historic 2017 Final Four run. This year's squad is hoping for some similar magic in the tournament this year.
Man, it's a blessing for me, man. It's something you look up to as a kid and just work really hard to get to this point. So, this is the farthest I've made it in college. So it's just a blessing for me, man. It's really fun, and I'm excited to go out there and compete and make it as far as we can in the tournament. Of course, there's a little added pressure knowing that once you lose, your season is over. But this is what we love to do. We love to compete. So, this is the best part of the year. It's fun. So we're just gonna try to go 1-0 each round. That's our goal.
Gamecocks versus Ducks will tip off at 4 p.m. on TNT. The Braves announced that former Clemson Tiger and Augusta Green Jackets pitcher Spencer Strider will get the opening day start against the Phillies on April 28th. The 25-year-old phenom struck out a league-leading 281 hitters last season. He talked about how he found out he'll be starting on the mound in Game 1.
Yeah, a skipper came and told me, we obviously have a plethora of guys that are deserving of this. I think that's certainly makes it an honor for me. But I think if you ask anybody, we're all sort of focused on winning every game we play on each day, and how that will get us to where we want to be in October.
And some spring training action against the Blue Jays on Wednesday. Game tied 9-9 in the bottom of the ninth. 2 runners on. Lurie Garcia with the walk-off shot to left center field. Braves win 10-9. This week's WJBF Scholar Athlete of the Week is Butler High School's Logan Davis. Logan is a 3-sport star for the Bulldogs, participating in basketball, softball, and track. She transferred to Butler as a sophomore, and with the Bulldogs, she's been named a region champion in both basketball and track, where she won the Region 4 2A girls triple jump. In the classroom, she has AB honors and is near the top of her class. Her parents and coaches say she's a hard worker and a leader.
It's just a wave of emotions right now because I never expected myself to be in this position. I try my best to, do the right thing. So it's really nice.
It's amazing. Work hard, play hard, and you achieve your goals. It has benefited her a lot. With her teammates gathering around her as a leader, it's amazing.
Logan has always been a very smart little girl. She's been playing basketball since 3rd grade. We've seen her blossom, we've seen her fall, and since she's been at Butler, we have really seen her grow a lot. And we attribute that a lot, not only to her and her hard work, but also to her new coaches.
It's amazing. It shows the true definition that Logan is a student athlete. She puts her schoolwork first, and basketball, she works hard on and off the court. So it makes us proud.
She's been a role model to young kids and teammates on her team that she shows them that she can work hard on the court, also work hard off the court.
She's committed on and off 100%. She goes 100 miles per hour. She's one of the go-to people. When we need something, she's it.
Logan hasn't decided on a college yet, but she hopes to keep playing sports while studying biology to one day become an oncologist. A big congrats to her and her family.
I don't have time to keep my books. I'm a cosmetologist, and every minute matters in my salon. Thanks to Elite Tax, I can focus on making my clients beautiful.
Life's busy. I've trusted Elite Tax Solutions for years. They get my family the maximum refunds to better support us.
Managing a construction business is no small feat. Thanks to Elite Tax Solutions, now I can concentrate on building success, not just structures.
What are you waiting for? Your time and money matter. Book an appointment today.
It is important to have
Page that counts to learn more.
And last but not least, in Green Bay, Wisconsin, a company is helping people get into the workforce by gaining new skills.
The Valley packing industry is teaching clients to make their own clothes.
Skills like these are making those in the program more confident. Samantha Peters has the story.
I enjoy being able to wear the stuff that I create.
With Valley Packaging Industries' new training program, pre-employment clients like Amy Jansen are given the opportunity to grow skills in the workforce.
It's fun and you learn a lot of different skills.
For Amy, those skills include using a heat press, shipping and packaging, and her newfound passion, designing her own clothes.
It's just something that I've always loved to do, and I love making stuff. I've made pants, I've made shirts, I've made sweatshirts, I've made pajamas, all with using my sewing machine.
And Amy told me she is proud of herself and loves being able to share that with others.
I've had people ask me with one of my favorite shirts that I made where I bought it, and I had to tell them that I handmade it. They were speechless because they didn't realize that I was able to make something like that.
And VPI's Marketing and Development Manager says that is their mission and purpose for the program, to inspire.
All of our items say happy, is inclusive, and inspiring messages on them. We hope that this also helps the community understand that inclusion is important and it's necessary to have a really thriving community.
What a great company, great program too for everybody involved.
Yeah, very, very nice. And our weather is going to be very nice tomorrow as well. It's going to be sunny once again. It's going to be warm. We're starting out in the mid-40s, then warming up to 75 in the afternoon. Friday, a bit of a different situation, cloudy and wet. High chance of rain and more showers into Saturday. Temperatures going into the mid-60s. Back to sunshine though on Sunday. And then next week, we'll also have some chances of rain starting on Tuesday, continuing into Thursday. But the key difference next week is that our temperatures are finally more consistent. Low or high temperatures in the low 70s, lows in the low 50s.
All right, thank you, Jenna. The news continues at the top of the hour on WJBF, News Channel 6 at 11.
Hogan's Heroes is next, right here on MeTV.